Hey guys, as the resident story hater, I wanted to react to this part of the Gacha cast, hosted by Tectone, and offer my opinions on the horrible, unforgivable story of Honkai Star Rail, but also Honkai Impact, I guess, too, to be honest, and Genshin Impact too. They all suffer the
How
same problem.
did
Let's go.
you feel? And I want us to be very petty, like be as petty as you like. How did you feel about the Honkai Star Rail 2.1 story? High points, low points, anything you want to talk about, Victor? And I want to start with
High
that.
points, the 2 cutscenes,
Me?
and
Yeah.
low points, 8
so
hours
we can
of it.
spoil? Like, should we tell people to go away? Do you
Yeah,
wanna
I'm gonna
get
put a spoiler in YouTube if you haven't done.
Okay.
But yeah, Chet, I'll be real. If you haven't done it by this point, you're not gonna fucking do it, and it's gonna be way better to hear us talk about it than you do for the first time. So just spoil away. It doesn't matter. Chat, nobody cares. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
this is gonna sound a little base, but I felt like Acheron was overhyped. I was like not
True.
really into her. I watched the music video for her and it was meh. I didn't really like it that much. But then
What?
I did
Nah, the music video was
story,
great.
and, like when we actually got to know her freaking personality, because she was just, mute the whole time, we know why, and stuff. I was like, wait, actually she might be cool. And then the ending when she was fighting Aventurine, I was like, okay, I'm sold. I see why she's hyped. But like, yeah, at first I just wasn't winning. Like,
Did you like the part where Acheron was fucking Black Swan in the ass?
I rewatched that sometimes.
That I watched that. That was crazy. That was crazy. I
Said
was like,
sometimes
what
it's
the
crazy.
fuck?
Yeah.
I have to go. I have to go right now because I have to go do the story. Real quick.
Yeah. Bro, dude, second. Just look at my chat if you want to see it, because it's literally got the image in there.
Is it called like Act-Shot or something?
Yeah, act shots.
I can't see it. I don't. Oh wait, no, I can
Read
see
them
it.
out.
I will say though, I was pissed when people spoiled me, cause like, okay, I feel so bad. Okay, don't listen if you want to get spoiled. But when like the Sam thing, I was so mad that Twitter spoiled me. I was so mad. They're like, it's obvious, it's in the lore. Did you not read the thing on the side? Blah blah blah. Like this is already known. It's not spoilers. I'm like, this moment was so good. Like,
Yeah,
I was so mad.
Story spoilers are so fucking cringe.
It's so because like
Yeah.
I would have been like,
The
oh my
game
God, 'cause,
spoils
like,
the
I watched my
story
friends play,
itself.
'cause-
So what's he talking about? Story spoilers are so cringe, bro. They leaked Robin well before the patch even came out. It's just like they don't even know how to handle their own IP. And the funny thing is, they crack down so hard on leaks, and then they just leak shit prematurely anyway. But I mean, it was obvious Robin was gonna be like whatever. It was obvious anyway, I guess, which obviously they felt the same way because they fucking dropped that she was coming.
because my friends don't use social media that much, and I watched them do the story, and their reaction was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
Yeah, dramatic
like,
as
they were
fuck
like
for no
freaking out, and I'm
reason.
like, I wish I had that reaction on stream. I wish I had that. Like, I loved it. I loved it. I was like, I wish I was surprised too, but God,
I
spoilers.
can't believe that Sam is Firefly, Second Poco. Can you believe that?
Okay, no. Okay, so to be fair, I kind of guessed that like
Yeah.
like like 3 months ago or 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Because like there was like a leak saying Sam and then there was a parentheses Firefly. I'm like, wait, does that mean Sam is Firefly? So I hadn't actually. So I saw a leak that said that, and I was like, I just got story spoiled without just a name
Yeah.
that was parentheses.
Yeah.
Dude, like-
I mean,
could be
sure,
like
if
that.
it's obvious, still like be considerate of those that are dumb and don't know, like because it's like.
I mean, the issue with the story is pretty simple, right? You have to sit down and click through so much text that just doesn't matter. That it's just becomes so unfun. Like by the time I reach any important part in the story or something cool, I'm so burnt out that I really just don't give a fuck. And then even those parts aren't that cool. Like, and people can feel however they want about the story and say, well, it's a gacha game, you shouldn't expect a story. Fair enough, I agree. But it's a video game and it has a story, and if I compare it to literally any other, not any other, but if I compare it to other video game stories or just stories in general, whether it be a book, a movie, TV, when it comes to sci-fi plots or like anime and mystical and shit, this is like the lowest tier. This is like bottom of the barrel. Like it's not even close. You're gonna compare this to any anime that's popped off? Jujutsu Kaisen? You're gonna tell me Honkai Star Rail has a better story? Fuck no. Like it's not even comparable. Like, what about Solo Leveling? You think Honkai Star Rail has a better story? Fuck no. not nearly as fucking well written. There's too much padding and bullshit in Honkai Star Rail. In terms of games, like, imagine coming off of something like God of War and seeing this shit. Like, oh, let me click the button. Okay, they're talking again. Oh fuck, please. Oh, cutscene. Oh fuck, 2 more hours of talking. Okay, well, I'll see you guys at the next cutscene, and then you're just clicking the mouse, and it's just so brutal, man. Like, just add a skip button. I've been playing solo leveling Arise, and that game knew what it was about. For one, the way the story's presented, they use like the manhwa style and like really cool cutscenes. Obviously, I watched the really cool cutscenes as they popped up with him like fighting bosses and stuff, or important story moments. But then even the manhwa scenes, it's like it's so short, and then it's taking like the actual manhwa, I'm pretty sure, and putting it on the screen. It actually is really well illustrated and stuff, and it's quick. There's a skip button if you don't even give a shit. If you've already watched the anime or read the manhwa, you don't have to worry about clicking through this shit. And yeah, I don't know why a skip button is so difficult to provide. I heard Wuthering Waves has one. I really fucking hope that's true. It's just brutal, man. Like, I don't know how anyone enjoys it. Like, have you never played another fucking video game? Like, literally just any other video game with a story. I think Elden Ring had a better story than Honkai Star Rail. Because guess what? While it had barely any, like, explanations, you don't have to sit there and listen to fucking 4 hours, 8 hours of dialogue. Like, that shit's ridiculous. I hate main story quest updates. I really fucking do. I hate any quest updates because they're always ass. There's only one quest I enjoyed in all of Honkai Star Rail. Or I'm not gonna say that, not quest, but like patch period, I guess, is the Argenti storyline, and it's only because I love Argenti. Like, it's just brutal. The start of HSR wasn't bad at all, I don't think either, but it got so much worse. It's gotten so much worse. They don't know what show don't tell is. Like, it's crazy. Like, let me explain everything instead of just fucking showing you. Like, we're not stupid. Like, I can see what's happening on my screen. You don't have to sit there and give me 10 billion text boxes and shit. God damn.
I don't know about
like
you,
the
but like,
Gallagher
I saw a
thing.
lot of. Oh shit, my bad. Sorry.
Maybe that's why I don't like it right now, huh? Because I got spoiled like super early.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
That
I
could
mean,
be it.
I'll be real. Like, for me, I think the best quest that Genshin ever put out was 4.0 Fontaine. That was incredible. Like, I'm trying to
I stopped
finish
playing
it. Fucking
Genshin
so good. I love that
years
story
ago
so
at
much.
this point.
Because
Wait,
I
which
have
one?
no idea
4.0 Fontaine. 'cause
about
I think,
Fontaine.
what's her name? Cute girl, Farina. I feel like
Farina?
Farina's the best character they ever made.
So
Perfect.
cute.
Oh, because she has a lot of
yeah.
personality.
I
A
caught
lot
up
of
on that one.
personality and incredibly flawed, and I love that shit. Because I really hate when Genshin just makes a serious character like, oh, this guy's very serious because his backstory was very sad. So now he's a serious guy, and I'm like, I don't
Just say you hate Scaramouche.
When
Yeah,
you
I
get to
do.
as many characters as Genshin has at this point, can you really get a unique archetype? Like, you're gonna either have brooding or whimsical, or just like middling, you know, in terms of personality. It's like they've already covered everything. I don't imagine any character's personality being anything special.
fucking hate Scaramouche. That
It's
shit
just
fucking
the
character.
downfall of
He's just a
gacha games, I
misunderstood
suppose.
tsundere.
Okay. I mean, to me, he looks like a fucking
I'm
pussy
just
boy that I can
kidding.
kill in one punch. Okay, like, how am I supposed to take this kid? Like, literally, if a adult male in the normal world would you punch him in his ribs, his entire skeletal structure would evaporate.
He
Like,
just
bro,
has
is it-
mommy issues.
Okay, that's not my problem.
Mommy
That's-
Raiden.
Okay. All right, not my fault. Regardless, yeah, I feel like the 2.1 story quest. I think it just bodies that shit for me personally. I mean, the story of adventure.
You're
was
crazy,
fantastic.
bro.
But
No,
yeah, I don't wanna
the
cut you off anymore.
fuck. Tecto, your takes are so bad on this, bro. Play another fucking game. Play any game with any sort of storytelling, bro. Like, as much shit as Spider-Man 2 got, that story is like a billion times better. You're talking God of War, a billion times better. If you're talking, fuck, I think Dragon's Dogma 2 probably has a better story. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't play Dragon's Dogma 2 yet. I've heard it's probably... you don't have to sit through 5 million text boxes at least. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, bro. Like, just... Ghost of Tsushima? I'm just naming PlayStation exclusives, but they dominate the single player story. Like Cyberpunk, you know, Baldur's Gate 3, like I'm not saying it has to reach those. It's patch by patch, but I'm just saying in terms of storytelling. Like even if you just take like the content, like if I like these characters more, whatever. It's just the way they tell stories. If you just compare it to like any game that is known for having a good story, Honkai Star Rail is so fucking below. Like you can't have somebody sit there for hours listening to text. Like if I wanted to play a fucking what is it called, virtual novel, I would have played one. I want to get the fuck off of here, go use my Acheron, go kill shit, and have fun. Put more fucking enemies in the game, or more unique story quest enemies. Shut the fuck up and let me play the damn game. Damn, bro. Almost had a voice crack.
Or Mary, do you have any more thoughts on the 2.1 story quest?
Oh, I think it's really good. It's just the best. I'm still tuned in. I'm ready for the next part.
Or was there anything that you did not enjoy?
Okay, guys. One thing that it's the best at in the industry, please. And I don't care that, it's a gacha game. You're right, it is a gacha game. It makes more money than every other game I've named. So, it's had more time to be developed than every other game I've made. Especially from a story perspective. So, what's the argument? It being a gacha game is not an excuse for forcing people to sit through a horrible story. Like, this isn't an excuse. Like, I love when people try to make excuses for gacha games. Like, they aren't the highest they don't have the highest profit out of any sort of game in the industry. Like, so, like, let me get this straight. Oh, because they make a lot of money, their standards are lower. Okay, and these single player games that make less money, standards are higher. Okay, makes sense. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. You can say, well, it's free. You don't have to pay. Well, somebody has to pay. And they do make the money regardless. Like, they make millions to billions a year. Like, I don't understand. I'm not separating this from the rest of the gaming industry. They don't get any fucking breaks because they're a gacha game. Like, no, it's a game and it makes more money than the other games mentioned. Like, I don't understand. Like, you're going to put more value on a small family-owned business than a multi-billion-dollar corporation? Is that what you would do? No. You would expect their products to be, I don't know, better, more reliable. Like, these are the things you expect. So when it comes to gacha games, you don't get to make that decision that, oh, because it's a gacha game, it has the right to tell a shit story and then we're gonna all praise it. It's like, no, bruh. I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying in general. Like, I don't get that mindset in the gaming community. It's really weird. Like, how much money do they have to make a good story? And for us to say, like, for us to tell them that they have to do better. Like, how much money do they fucking need? I don't get it. Because you can hire the writers. Shit, AI can write better story than the shit they've done.
The actual story itself, it's kind of hard because I don't know. I just liked a lot. I guess I have to redo it to, like, you know.
Sure.
I don't know.
Redo
Maybe like
that?
doing the
Oh my
puzzle to
gosh,
get inside the building.
crazy.
That was like tedious. I was like, just fucking move on. Let's just open the fucking door.
She
like, let's
has
just fucking
resilience on a different level, bro. I am genuinely impressed.
Yeah.
She has resilience.
Hex, have you beaten the quest? Yeah, Hex, you're muted.
True.
Hex, you're muted.
Yeah.
Oh my
absolutely.
god, hi. Hello,
And now
sorry.
I'm wondering how long you've been muted for, because I haven't heard you talk like an hour and a half.
Since you walked
crazy.
away a couple minutes ago, I've been muted since then because I went to go pee. It's not been that long. I just want to talk over people. But I did.
Can't believe he has that monster Hex on there after all she's done. Defending herself? Who does she think she is? Telling someone to stop sending her hateful videos? Freedom of speech, goddamn. Oh my god.
I did.
I love Hex.
The story has been completed on my account. Yes.
By you?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, what did you think?
Wait, she's so strong.
I thought it was really cool when Gallagher made Sunday bust on the floor at the end.
That was cool. Yeah, I like
It was
that
really
shit.
hot. Yeah. I also thought it was really cool when it turned out that Robin was Sam the whole time. It was Robin, right?
Yep, that's the one.
I
Now,
thought
Mhm.
Gallagher was Sam.
you're talking like a person who like didn't enjoy it that much. Did you not enjoy it, Hex?
It's ass.
I kind of
please Hex, please Hex, please.
Because the first time when I started playing, I kind of like left clicked through the whole first part of the story, and I actually didn't know that.
Hex, it does not make it better. It doesn't. What it does is it sets up a frame of reference that the game will never meet again. It becomes so fucking tedious getting through story bits that you literally want to smash your head through the fucking screen. Hex, it does not make it better. Don't let them gaslight you. God damn it, Hex.
Had been,
she has the right mindset. Skip that shit, guys, until they get the damn message.
I had been playing for like 2 weeks before I knew that most recently, because you were talking about it on stream.
Yeah.
And so I I skipped through the whole first part of the story, and then trying to like come back to it, I was like, dude, they're talking about all this crazy stuff that I don't know, and I didn't know where to start really. And there were so many like lore videos, and then there was like Honkai Impact Third stuff, and so now I just kind of stay like left clicking through the story.
Do you know any of the story?
I know very basics of the story.
You should check out the story. I'm gonna be
no, you
Honkai
shouldn't.
Star Rail.
No, it's not. Tectone, if you somehow see this, bro. Tectone, please describe to me a single game that makes anywhere near the amount of money as Honkai Star Rail, right? And has had nearly the amount of time as Honkai Star Rail to develop its story. And please tell me a game worse that it competes with in terms of story. Even fucking World of Warcraft, when it launched, I don't know how it is now, but I know its story is fucking good. Everybody loves the World of Warcraft story. That's why it's lasted so long, at least how it was in the beginning. Like, can you name a single game that has a story aspect that's taken even semi-seriously? This is where, like, the lore even. You think the lore is better than Elden Ring? Than any of the Dark Souls games? Than Sekiro? Like, these are all games that understand. Like, Sekiro's story, I can play through that game like a billion times. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't even have a lot of story. I would rather a game not have any story forced in your fucking face than it be complete dog shit. Like, I don't understand. What is so great about the story? Because I've been caught up with the story up until Pinocone. At that point, I was just like, yo, fuck this, bro. Like, I can't. I kept up. I see leaks and shit, okay? Obviously. And I obviously read some of the story and watch the cutscenes as they come along during Pinocone. But before that, like, it was rough getting through the Lao Fu, you know? But I did it, and it wasn't horrible at all. I thought the characters were way more interesting. Kafka, like, you had Kafka, Blade, you had Jing Yuan, Fu Shuan. Like, the characters were just way more interesting as characters. I think the backstory and lore of, like, Don Hung Il and Blade and Jing Liu and Jing Yuan, like, I think their backstory was way more interesting than the shit Acheron has going on. I'll be honest. I just think it was just presented so much better, and it felt like you could actually relate to characters and understand them. Pinocone, sure, like, I know it's supposed to be mystery and like what's happening, but I don't relate to Aventurine after his. But to be fair, I just clicked through most of his fucking story by that point, because it's like, it's 2 hours, dude. Like, what? 2 hours of just dialogue. I remember sitting here clicking for like, and me skipping everything. I was just clicking for well over 30 minutes. Like, that's insane. Like, that's insane. Like, I have other things to fucking do. And the thing is like, if you hold back on the story, like, it's keeping you from fighting certain bosses that you need to progress characters and shit. Like, you have to get through the story and the HSR. So it's just, it's brutal, bruh. It's brutal. Tecto, like, please, I don't understand how you can sit with a straight face and say this is good. If I compare it to literally any game that I think has a good story, it does not even come fucking close. Like, not even close. Like, here's another anime JRPG. The Tales of series, right? Even the worst in the series, the worst games in that series are better than Honkai Star Rail, at least to sit through. because at least it doesn't fucking waterboard you all at once. Just take the water. All these dialogue boxes, you're gonna fucking sit down and read this shit. Like, fuck, dude. Or listen to it both, typically, on HSR. And look at the Final Fantasy series. The worst of that series I'd rather play through, bro. Final Fantasy 13, give me that shit any day of the fucking week over Honkai Star Rail. So, like, once you compare it to even shit, like, that are also anime RPGs, it just fucking falls apart. I want to know what people think is so good about it. The characters aren't unique and interesting. They're not competing with characters from other series because they get way more development, and it's not about selling characters. So I think the only really cool characters that are interesting are the Stellaron Hunters, really. Kafka, Blade. Actually, no, it's just so far just those two. Boo-Hill looks like he might be pretty cool. I like his style. He looks pretty rowdy. Jing Yuan is fucking badass. He's just cool as fuck. Really cool character. And then you have character-wise that's like stands out. I think Argenti was really funny, and he's so over. You can do over the top where it's too much, but I feel like he's the perfect over the top where you just love him and then he just sacrifices himself and then somehow lives exploding in like just space. He might be the most broken character in lore. I know they talked about that earlier. He low-key, I don't know how OP this dude. He was like not injured. He was just chilling, bro. He was like, yeah, I made it out. Like, how the fuck you do that? So I like Argenti, but yeah, I can count all my fingers the amount of good characters, and yeah, it's just bad, man. Like, it's not gonna stand up to scrutiny.
I know.
There's gotta be like a
bad.
a great YouTube channel would be. Someone needs to make a YouTube channel of like not like the story itself, but like Dragon Ball Z abridged.
I need that so bad because it's
We
like
need
I
that.
would have to
Sounds
watch like
funny
6
as
hours
fuck.
of YouTube videos to catch up at this point, and like I thought
A Honkai Star Rail abridged actually sounds like a good fucking idea. And it'll just be memes about how they talk too fucking much, and hopefully explains the story in 5 minutes, which they could actually probably do each patch.
like because Genshin, I felt like you could kind of jump in a little bit, and it wasn't too big of a deal to figure out what happened. In this game, I skipped and then went into 2.0, and I was so incredibly lost. I tried doing it on stream for like 30 minutes, and I was like, guys, I don't think even like in all seriousness, I don't think even playing the past parts makes 2.0 easier to understand, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to think, like, actually no, because you have like Dr. Ratio shit, Topaz. Yeah, I guess you would kind of miss a lot, to be fair. Yeah, I don't think I can
You'd be
add
very
anything because
confused
like
character-wise.
I don't know what a self-annihilator is.
But you're probably gonna end up skipping through that
Black
anyway.
Swan's
So
job
bad.
is. I don't know what's happening.
I mean, all of that you learned in 2.0, so you went in with decent knowledge. I'm keeping it 100%. Like Black Swan.
I should have. I
so
should
you
have
were
for
lost
sure.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left clip through absolutely everything because
That's
I
my
just,
girl,
I guess
bro.
to a certain extent,
Let's
I thought that
go.
I could I thought I could catch up.
No, I just pick
So as a lore skipper enthusiast, how did you enjoy getting to the drinks event at the very end?
Oh, I'm
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Honkai Star Rail actually had a good story, there'd be about 1 million lore videos ready for you to watch, and this discussion would not be happening. I'm just gonna tell you the fucking truth. Look at every other game with a good story. About 5 billion videos, and Honkai Star Rail has a big player base. So, and it's been around longer than a lot of those games in terms of updates. I mean, fucking Spider-Man 2, for example, PlayStation exclusive, right? PlayStation exclusive, and what was I gonna say? It's a PlayStation exclusive, way less players, and somehow they managed to have 1 billion people talking about the story. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
absolutely
if
and
it's
completely
good,
miserable and
people
literally
will
cried
talk
the
about
entire
it.
time for about 4 hours. Yeah, it was awesome.
That
Why
is
was I
wild.
making drinks for random ass enemies? I still, there was.
Thank you. That shit was not fun. That shit was horrible. I was like, bro, you dropped probably the coolest fucking character for combat, right? You dropped the coolest character for combat. And our special events are fucking dice and goddamn making drinks. Are you fucking serious? Are they stupid at like what? Why? I want to play with Acheron. Give me a fucking reason to.
The Yakuza
Shit,
was there.
I E6 bro.
Suddenly I like walked out and all of a sudden like Sparkle was there. Black Swan. I don't know why they were there. It was
Oh my God,
I
I've
like the
been-
drinks though. There were nice physics on the drinks.
I'm so sorry to this girl. I've been covering her face this whole time. Oh man, I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, there's nowhere for me to go. Here, I'll move around. You guys know who Tectone is. Damn, he's probably gonna talk quite a bit. I'm sorry. I'll just move around throughout the video, or what's left of the video, so you guys can just see who everyone is. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm stupid. I'm new to this, okay, guys? I'm sorry.
I skipped it too, to be fair.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and explain the whole HSR 2.0, 2.1 story to you real quick, and 2.0.
Okay.
And feel free to correct me because it's pretty straightforward. You, Himiko, Welt, and March 7th go to a new planet. In this new planet, there's this thing called Soul Glad. When you drink this Soul Glad, you'll be teleported into the dream version of that planet. Go into your
Right.
That's what it's called, Soul Glad.
Soul Glad. And I wish there was a sugar-free Soul Glad option. But when you drink this and you go sit in your shell, you pass out, you go to the dream world. The dream world, essentially, it is believed that nothing can harm you in this dream world, which is why, like, when the Traveler first goes, or the Trailblazer first goes down, she plummets into the fucking ground, into a fucking crater, and she doesn't fucking die. So
Yeah.
you get up, and you meet this refugee, and her name is Firefly, and she kind of wants to be your tour guide for this area. And yeah, it was a very nice time. You meet with her, you have very nice moments. She gives you money to buy a treat.
I enjoyed
but
some of the
generally
Firefly
everybody,
stuff.
You know,
I
spends
did.
all of the money to
Genuinely.
get every treat, and you take all of this girl's money. And it's a very cute moment. You go up, she shows you her secret base, not her vagina. It's a very nice, like, secret area where you get to hang out, have a nice tender moment, see the fireworks. It's very beautiful.
I remember that.
And then, yeah, you go up and you meet up with characters like Black Swan and Kafka. Black Swan's like a fortune teller. Acheron is this being that exists in a
Kafka?
reality as well as many realities. And
What?
she is the, what's the word? Someone
what?
knows the word. She has a separate title.
Did he mean Acheron?
Self-annihilator. Self-annihilator.
That was nameless, right?
Galaxy
Emulator?
Ranger,
Oh,
right?
wait.
Isn't she?
Space
She's a
Ranger?
self-annihilator, no?
Wait, are we
Wait,
talking about
who?
Acheron?
Or Emanator?
Emanator. The Emanator.
Emanator.
The Emanator.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah.
The Galaxy Ranger, the Emanator.
Yeah.
And she
Well, yeah, Galaxy Ranger.
had previously been reported of completely annihilating the Annihilation Gang, which is characters like Duke Inferno, which we previously saw on the Dr. Ratio quest.
Which they
when
didn't
we
show
were
us.
capturing a little spirit. It was Dr. Ratio.
They didn't really show us good like depictions of their strength to make this impactful at all, which is what I'm talking about when it comes to story. Was I supposed to give a fuck she killed her? I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I probably could have did that. Like, what does that mean? We killed fucking Cocolia. She's powered by a fucking Stellaron. Like, are we supposed to be impressed by these feats? Like, Acheron is gonna get fucking slapped up. She fucks with the Trailblazers. Like, there's no, like, display. Like, that wasn't impressive to me. Like, you failed to make these characters she killed mean anything
Duke
to me.
Inferno's dead. The rest of her crew is fine, but they're still, like, trying to get to you or some shit. It's not really that important.
Again, show
Oh
don't
my
tell.
God,
Show
summarizing
me
all
Duke
this in
Inferno
fucking,
was
like,
a
30
crazy
seconds really fucking
badass.
hard.
Yeah.
There's characters like Sunday and Robin, and they're like you know what? Just play the fucking story. You got it. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, just look at the YouTube videos. There's
Don't watch
so
it.
much information to pack in.
Yeah.
It's like summarizing all of One Piece in like 30 seconds. It's so fucking difficult. But
Yeah.
it is pretty straightforward. There are new characters that have personalities. The only thing that you need to know before going into 2.0, genuinely, is who March 7th. Well,
I also think Acheron, Black Swan, Kafka, and Jing Liu all serve the same fucking monotone woman role, and it's just their voices are like interchangeable. Like, you can probably put their voice lines over each other and it just fits, which I'm not a fan of whatsoever. I think it's boring. I think every mature female doesn't have to sound the same. I mean, I guess you have Himiko, but that's about it. It's just kind of lame to me. Like the whole, you have Ron May, who's also super like, I'm emotionless. I don't react to things. Like, bro, can we get another female archetype? Shit, that's like badass. Can you get a badass female that's like, hey guys, you saw me just kick this fucking giant golem's ass. Cool, you want to see me do it again? She just goes beats up like 10 of them. I don't fucking know, like just random shit. Like, I'm so over it. Like Kafka, I was like, oh, she's interesting. Then Jink Liu came out. I'm like, she's kind of like Kafka. And then, Black Swan. I was like, oh, she's also like Kafka. And then Acheron, I'm like, oh, she's also monotone. Although Kafka, I'm saying like Kafka, and their speech pattern, I should say, they're very similar in the like non-reactive. Kafka has a lot more sultry, I guess. And her personality does shine out more. Like, she's not as blank as I think the rest of them are. Jing Liu just, I'm going to moan in the microphone and drag out every word that I say. And it's just like, I get tired listening to Jing Liu. I just fall asleep, bro. It is what it is. Nothing against the voice actors. That wouldn't even be a voice actor issue. It's not their voices that's the problem. I think it would be on whoever's directing these characters. It's like they have one idea for a mature female, and it's kind of fucking boring, to be honest with you. Acheron is, less interesting Jing Liu, I guess. Her backstory has just been boring as fuck so far.
You're funny.
What the fuck?
I know who they are. I can name the characters.
Cool.
I don't know what they're like.
All right, Himiko
make
is
a
just some
lame-ass
nice lady
backstory.
who's on your ship. She's your mom. Welt is this cool guy from another.
Wait, do you know
Yeah.
why her name is March 7th?
I think that's when they found her.
That's when they hatched her from the
Okay.
frozen iceberg.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, I did not know. I did.
I know I know bits
Why
and
else would
pieces,
her
but
name
yeah,
be March
I know
Fair
that's when they
enough,
found
fair
her because
enough.
she was like floating around in space and ice or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one character in JoJo's.
And Welt and Himiko are dead, but not in this game,
No.
I think.
Himiko's dead in Honkai
Welt
Impact.
did not die.
Welt
It's just-
came
it's
from
just
Honkai Impact 3rd, and now he's the same version of him in Honkai Impact 3rd in the new.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
So that's why the
Yeah.
universes are intertwined.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
It's called the HoYoverse. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's the name of the.
Oh,
That's the name of the
shit.
company! Oh shit!
HoYoverse is suffering from that that plague and all of the multiverse bullshit happening in media right now. It's just bad. It's bad, man.
Yeah, because in case you don't know, Zenless Zone Zero is in Belobog. They're Belobogians.
That
Wait,
real?
really?
Oh, really?
Is that actually?
Google
In the
it.
beta, it said in the
Is
beta.
this
it mentioned-
misinformation?
Maybe the Wolf Boy would be playable.
That would be good.
Oh no, I was saying, in the game Zenless, they do mention one of the worlds, in Star Rail in Zenless.
Yeah, which is Belobogs.
Hmm.
So it at least exists in the same universe as Belobog.
They've been
So
putting a
Serval's
lot
gonna
of
be in the
TVs
game?
in Star Rail too.
Let me Google this. Zenless
Serval.
Zone.
I think
Zero
Serval, the
Belobog.
Serval like love is like insane with.
Okay, here we go.
There's that game with Himiko
Also
and fucking
uses Belobog,
Acheron
so
and
Belobog is in the
Kafka,
game.
Serval
We're
is just
assuming it's
so
connected to
big.
the Honkai Star Rail universe. Very,
Okay, so
very,
why
very
there?
big.
Okay, so why is there a big difference between Genshin and Star Rail then? What do you think?
Because so I have a very good answer for this. So
Yeah.
I follow a lot of leaks on Twitter, guys, and this one guy called Impact Mouse put out a post saying because Genshin Impact is it's not a priority for HoYoverse to be developing. It's kind of just like a
Oh
side
no,
thing
no,
to
no.
do fun.
That's not what I meant. That's not.
Oh,
what I meant.
okay, all right.
I meant the world of Genshin has elements, right?
Yep.
And the world of Star Rail and Honkai does not. So if they're both part of the HoYoverse, then what's the interaction?
What do you mean Honkai Star doesn't have elements? What do you mean?
Honkai Star Rail does not have
Like ice, fire?
visions or elements. Like when you have the elements, right? They're going to be like elemental type damage, right? But in
They do have
Genshin,
that.
they're
They
based
do
on
have that.
vision. Right. but they're based on a vision, right?
Oh,
Why
so you're
doesn't it
asking
have
why
visions?
don't Honkai Star Rail?
He's saying the
characters have
power
visions?
system's completely
Yeah.
different.
Oh, because that shit's stupid.
All right, cool.
True.
Pass.
It's a good
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Valid.
It's
Okay.
just confusing, bro. Like, Why the fuck do we need that? Oh, this thing's a delusion. This thing's a vision. Who cares? Fucking, does Goku need a vision to do the Kamehameha wave? Fuck.
If I got this flamethrower, do I got a vision of fire?
Yeah, no, fuck no, bro. I mean, they just be doing shit for
I
fun.
think this is over in terms of the story, but yeah, that's my opinion on the story, man. Write a better fucking story, please. Please, HoYoverse. You got all this money, you got all this dirty gambling money. Put it towards better writers. Fire the ones you have. They're doing a horrible job. I guess you keep the lore people, but the people writing the actual story we have to play through, horrible. I can't believe, like, nobody playtests that shit, the story. Like, they can't. Because for you to playtest, sit down and say, yeah, 4 hours straight of dialogues, ship that. Like, what the fuck? I've never played a game where I'm doing dialogue for hours straight. Like, that's crazy. Even 30 minutes straight, just dialogue. That's insane. Like, I don't understand. Whatever. Again, unless it's a novel type game, then it's acceptable. Obviously, that's all it has. But you go in purchasing or playing that game expecting that. This is ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think. I'm a HoYoverse story hater, okay? I fucking hate it. Later.